All right, hello everybody. Today it is my pleasure to bring some Keruga Fires, Enigmatic. This is probably my favorite deck in Pioneer, and it got me my first RC invite, so special place. This is almost identical to the list that Elliot Raff played in DreamHack Dallas that he top 8'd with, and the list that I ended up queuing for my first RC with as well. Uh, I changed the Atraxa for Agent of Treachery. Normally, I like Atraxa just because it just refills your hand and it's a big lifelink and beater. But with Sorin Vein Ripper, I figured this, you just go get it, you take their Vein Ripper, and you just sack the agent to pay the ward cost. Kind of a bummer that you have to sack your agent, but it's a 2/3. It's dying to a wet tissue paper anyways. So I figured it's kind of a worthy trade to get their Vein Ripper from them. And if we have to make them eat their own removal and pay the ward cost to kill the Vein Ripper, then we're up quite a few cards. Put a Vein or a Quakebringer in the side for Amalia, just a one of because it's tutorable. With it being a 5-mana 5/4, I don't know if Amalia even has a way to deal with that. I think we just shut down their combo. Uh, yeah, main board's pretty stock. Our 5-mana options are Elish Norn, Kenrith, and Tulsamir. Just good anti-aggro all around. Kenrith is an all-around all-star, and Elish Norn has its uses. It's more often than not helping us more than it's hurting our opponent, just depending on what the opponent's playing. But doubling up our Keruga triggers, Agent of Treachery triggers, just anything like that. Card is nuts. Kenrith, if you untap with a Kenrith again in like an aggro matchup, it's lights out because you can just gain 5, maybe 10 life every turn. You don't even need to do anything else. You just gain life. But if you have fires out, then it's game over. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and throw us into a league and see how we do. See you guys in the first round. All right, so won the die roll for match 1. Declare the companion. The mana. This hand would be good if the mana wasn't horrendous. Well, the mana's amazing, but it's real bad. I don't want to go to 5, especially with this deck, so I think... Yeah, I think I'm just going to throw back one of the Ketria Triomes and run it and just see if we get lucky. Don't thought seize me. Don't thought seize me. He didn't thought seize me. Okay, so we have... So we'll play... Let's see. Yeah, I'll play the Rafine's Tower. And let's just hope they don't take this Binding or Enigmatic out of our hands. They just, if the opponent doesn't interact with our hand, then I like our odds. Oh, is this, maybe this is Mono Black Waste Knot? Oh, and ripped a Boseiju there, that's pretty huge. So I think we'll go ahead and just play the tapped Triome here, and we can just hold up Boseiju or Leyline Binding. Oof. Field of Ruin hurts. But if they want to spend their turn doing that, we have plenty of lands in hand. Only one basic in the deck. Yeah, I think they're going to go ahead and activate it. So, yeah, I'll just float a mana. Grab a Plains. Bone Man's not bad. Yeah, I think we just play land pass, hold up some interaction. We have nothing to sack to Incarnation right now, so I feel like I would rather in-step Binding and take something important, and then maybe be able to sack it to Enigmatic and then just get a free 7 drop. I think it would be kind of hard to lose from there. but I'm willing to bet they just have a grip full of removal or something since they're not doing anything. Alright, opponent. You're killing me, Smalls. Yep. Stone Rain, you got me. So now we are just down to 4 land types. It's a bit of a bummer, but waste not. Alright. That's what we were waiting on. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 2 mana Leyline Binding, take that waste not. That sucks. We would have liked to have just gone to get that, but can't always get what we want. So I have Agent. I think I'm just gonna play Enigmatic and not sack anything yet. I kind of just, a lot of my 7 drops are reactive. Especially Coma's really the only one that's proactive, or can be, and so it's very unfortunate we just drew that. Yeah, opponent, take the Coma. That's fine. Shelly? Alright. Yep, there's 2 life. So we'll go ahead and move to Instep. I'll give them their waste not back. Yeah, sack that binding, give them their waste not back. And then I think I'm just gonna yoink that Shelly. Alright, so that puts us in a pretty good position, but I mean, they got 5 cards in hand. I'm willing to bet they've got a decent amount of interaction for this, but we're forcing them to use it, and I'm going to hold up his Boseiju if they play any discard spells. I bet they've got Rankle's Prank, and that's going to be a tough one. But we will Boseiju that waste not in response. Actually, and I'll probably just stomp too. Just stomp face if I have to. Opponent tanking on the Shelly trigger. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna sack the Agent of Treachery. He's done his job, and I don't have any Fables to start copying or anything. Lily of the Veil. That's fine, yeah. I'll sack your Shieldred, and then I'll stomp your Lily out. Yep. Actually, I'm gonna just hold up the Boseiju. Beautiful. Oh, what a draw. That can definitely just get us back in the game for sure. And since I couldn't cast this Bone Man with playing the Boseiju anyways, I'm just gonna hold on to it. So we can go get a 4-drop. I can get Shelly, which I don't know how much that really does, or I can get Heliod and maybe get the binding back, or just re-get the Fable. I think we're gonna not sack anything yet and see what they do. I know they don't have enchantment removal, so we don't have to worry about it. They've got 3 cards in hand. I just, yeah, Fatal Push, that's okay. We don't need the Goblin. I more care about the looting. Okay. So I think I was right on opponent having just a grip for removal. Okay, Sacred Fountain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just don't think I care about having another land right now. Yeah, I'm not. Kenrith. That's forgot about that, but I don't care if he has 2 mana on my turn. I don't think there's really much that. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and move to my second main phase. Oh yeah, that's fine. Draw a card, lose 3 life. That's cool with me. Main phase 2. I think I still want to hold up this Boseiju. 1, 2, 3. Play out Bone Man. And this Fable has done its job. We just don't have enough. Like, the only thing we're copying in this deck is the Bone Man. And the Agent of Treachery is already dead. I think we grab Heliod. ETB trigger. We'll grab the Leyline Binding just to be able to deal with any other answers they throw at us. And I mean, we have a 2-turn clock now. I'm sure, again, Gripful removal. That's what their deck is, removal and discard. Duress me. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, this still costs 2 mana. So I'm gonna just fire off this Binding, take his Waste Not, and then I can go get another 7-drop next turn. He'll take my Kenrith, but I'm at 18 life, and I don't care that much about reanimating anything right now, especially because I don't even have black mana. Alright, sweet. Opponent has had enough. Let's see. I don't really have a good sideboard plan for this, but also I think our main deck plan is just really good. You know what? I feel pretty confident in just running it back. If they show us something that we're not ready for in game 2, then we'll reassess for game 3. But winning game 1's pretty huge in this matchup. Grindy mid-range decks are just exactly what we want to see with this deck. Obviously, them only finding 1 Waste Not and not really finding much of their discard. That hand was horrible if they had like a turn 1 Thoughtseize or anything like that. But they didn't. And I anticipate we'll find some better hands now. We ended up just drawing amazing off the top. Yeah, I think we win that game a lot faster if we don't draw that Coma there. If I can go fetch the Coma, then we're in pretty good shape. I like this hand. It's pretty solid. Not Thoughtseize proof, but it's certainly Thoughtseize resistant. Thoughtseize. Duress, yeah. Take probably, yeah, Enigmatic's your only choice. We will take that. Player Fiend's Tower. I'll pass the turn. Demolition Field. We're gonna Bank Buster, that's fine. I don't think I want to. Do I want to stomp in, shock in the stomping, or stomp in the shocking ground? Yeah, I'm gonna shock it in. If they play a Waste Not, I want to be able to deal with it. And if they play a creature and try to crew this Bankbuster, then I'll just Besage it. Okay. Oh yeah. If you just want a main phase draw card, absolutely. He may be missing on lands. Oh yep. Bricking on lands. You absolutely love to see it. You know what? Now that I know that you're doing that, I think I want to touch the Spirit Realm, take away that Bankbuster. Yeah, take away your card draw if you're missing on lands. Thoughtseize, yeah. Take Enigmatic, brother. No land? No land still? Alrighty, I think I'll just play a tapped Breeding Pool. And then I'll hold up a Stomp or just cycling Savai-Triome. We're flooding out just a little bit. Another Bankbuster. I didn't mean to yield through the turn. I accidentally yielded. I meant to yield till next end step, so that's unfortunate, but yeah. Oh, hot damn. Going blank. Yeah. So I think what we'll do in response to that, cycle the Savai-Triome. Crew Kenrith. Alright, I'll take that. Odawart. Alright, so given they were missing on lands, and they haven't played a discard spell basically every turn, I know they have removal. So I'm just gonna hold this Kenrith. I just want to make them play, and I just want to react to them. I should have put Keruga to hand. Forgot about the Keruga. I always do. Not in paper. Not nearly as much in paper, but on Magic Online, I don't have it sitting in front of me. Unless I do that. Shelly the Apocalypse. That's a tough one. That's tough. Play Kenrith. We are not in good shape. And like I said, I know he's got infinite removal in his hand right now. There's no way he doesn't. Yep. so effectively at 10. I'm gonna stomp this Lily on instep. Tough one, man. So play the Bone Man. Put Keruga to hand, although casting it might just kill me. Another Lily. Bitter Triumph. Yeah. Yeah, you got me, opponent. I'm gonna go ahead and concede this one. Alright, so they are killing me a bit. I just don't have any good cards to bring against them, and I don't really have anything I want to take out either. Yeah, well, he missed a couple land drops, but I didn't get to take advantage of it. I drew a whole lot of lands, and he had a whole lot of targeted discard. Got rid of my enigmatics and stuff, so I just didn't really get to play the game. That's probably how game one should have gone. Opponent's still tanking. There we go. I'll take the play. Yeah, good hand. Great hand. But again, just discard is a motherfucker. Thoughtseize or Duress? Duress. Take Enigmatic or Fable. Which one you want, buddy? Sacred Foundry, Yorgo. Blackbuster's fine. Alright, so we get to slam a Fable here. Obviously, when they throw down Waste Not, that's going to be unfortunate, but won't get to really loot. But honestly, I may not even want to loot. I'm willing to bet they have a Waste Not, considering they didn't take the Fable. They took the Enigmatic, but I don't know, maybe they're just more scared. Because, yeah, I mean, I can just not draw if I don't want to. But if the Goblin Shaman gets to attack, I get to throw down a Tolsimir. Gain some life, get some bodies on the board. It's just stuff they have to deal with. Bitter Triumph. You discard and pay in 3 life. You are doing neither? Hang on. Oh, maybe that was the 3. He did pay the 3 life, I'm done. Alright, that's a-okay with me. I think I'm gonna ditch. It's a little bit risky to dump lands in this deck, but no, well, not anymore. Sucks I drew the plains too. Alright, I guess I'll just go ahead and go Keruga to hand. Yeah, so any Field of Ruin is a Stone Rain here, which sucks really bad. But we have infinite lands, so it's whatever. I would love to see the card Fires of Invention. They with the haymakers that are in this deck, they just can't really keep up with it. But I just can't seem to find that card this match. What are you doing over there, buddy? Necromentia. Alright, you gonna name Enigmatic? What are you naming? Yeah, alright, that's fine. We can beat you up the fairway. Don't really like to draw 7 drops against the Field of Ruin deck, but what can you do? I'll play Kenrith. You're going to start having a lot of threats to deal with every turn opponent. Unless you start taking them out of my hand. But if you're necromenting, then you're, I say that. He's probably going to have all the targeted discard in the world after this. Drawing a card main phase? I don't hate that. Probably just looking for another land. He found it, sadly. Voice knot. Alright, I can deal with that. I'm sure now he's probably got a... Oh, nothing? No thought seizes or anything? Oh, that's a pretty big draw. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4... The only thing we're missing is a forest. So this is a 2-mana Leyline Binding. If I had 1 more mana, I could Binding, then Keruga. But we can't always get what we want. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna crack in for 7. And then I'm gonna, just because, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna hold up Leyline Binding and then just Kenrith activations on their turn. Yeah, I mean, I can... Yeah, so I can draw a card and Leyline Binding the Waste Knot, if need be. Need them to not have Rankle's Prank here. I don't even know if they're playing it, but it would be kind of detrimental. I guess playing around Rankle's Prank is reason enough to... Oh, another Waste Knot, that sucks. So we're a little bit punished, but that's fine. Field of Ruin, okay. I mean, if you just want to blow up Rafine's Tower here, I can absolutely live with that. Go blank. Alright, buddy. So in response, I'm going to cast a Leyline Binding. And then I will discard. Man, I'm very... So the thing is, he's making 2 zombies no matter what. If I draw a land, I can Atarka and just blow up his board, and then, you know, he's in trouble. I think the smarter route, I think I just it's just asking for too much. I think I need to discard a Tarka and then Tarka and Tulsamir, and then I can just refill my hand with Keruga next turn. He's got one card in hand, and like I just don't really care about some tutors. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. Still at 20, so I don't really need to gain the life or anything like that. We're in pretty good shape. Ah, see, there was the land for a Tarka, and there's another land for a Tarka, but that's fine. Hold up the red mana so I can haste up this Keruga. I draw 3 cards, which is pretty sweet. We like to see that. None of them good. You know what? I'll let him block the Kiki Jiki. It's not doing anything. I only got legendary creatures besides this Bone Man. And if I'm copying a Bone Man, it's like, what are we doing? So he takes 7, goes down to 3. He's got 1 card in hand, so... Yeah, buddy, you got it. You go down to 2. Show me what you got. Can you kill me? Or can you deal with this board before you die? Clean to dust. Okay, gains life. Hey, that's fine with me. You're still dead on board. You didn't draw a card. Duress. You get nothing. Good day, sir. And that's going to be a GG. You can concede at any time, opponent. You know, feel to ruin my Rafine's tower just out of disrespect. Oh, drawing a card. Okay, I guess he still has an... He could have an out. I guess if he draws into... No, I guess he couldn't even cast Rankle's Prank. Rankle's Prank would potentially win him the game, which is crazy, but... He won't have the mana to cast it, so... Alright, opponent, what do you got? I'm scared. I'm scared that you haven't scooped it up yet. What could you be throwing at me? Just like we drew it up, baby. Alright. I'm going to hit the restroom, and then I will see you guys for match 2. Alright, we won the die roll again. Going into match 2. Declare that Keruga. Alright, I don't think this hand quite does it. I don't want to keep a 2-lander, especially without binding mana. This is a too many lander. But I'm gonna keep it, I think. I'll just bottom the plains. Actually, I think I'm gonna bottom the Sun Petal Grove because the plains helps us with our domain in case we draw a leyline binding. But actually, no, never mind. I don't even have a red source. I'm all getting this. Okay, this hand's good. It sucks that we're going to 5. 4 lands. I think we can probably pitch 1, So we can cut a proactive or a reactive card. I think given that we're on the play, we can cut the reactive card and just hope for the best. If they're playing a super aggressive deck, then we're going to get rolled, but what can you do? Pioneer's just not super aggressive at the moment, so it's just like... Sunken Citadel, so we may just be playing mono black again. The old... That sucks. Alright, so we'll just land pass. Opponent, would you like one of my 2 Fires of Inventions? Yeah, looks like we are playing mono black again. Yeah, show me that waste not. Oh, Agonizing Remorse. Choose a non-land card. Yeah. So he's gonna take Enigmatic. Agonizing Remorse in the year of our Lord 2024. I am going to shock, put the hippo to hand, and pass the turn. I'm glad I put away that Touch the Spirit Realm. I wish I would have put away that Fires, knowing I'm just gonna fucking draw another one. But Preacher of the Schism. Alright, brother. Alright, give me a good 4-drop. Come here. Let's fucking go. So what 5-drop do we want to go get? There's so many. They've got 5 cards in hand, so whatever I get is probably gonna die, but... Oh yeah. It's all coming together. And I've got another Fires in hand, so it's just like, I'm just highly incentivized to just dump this Fires. If they want to take the second one, then what can you do? If only he wasn't a fucking 2/4. Why does he have to be a 2/4? They said, hey, I don't want Tulsamir to kill it. Because otherwise we'd be in a good spot. I'm just going to grab Kenrith and pray. He's got 6 cards in hand. This Kenrith is dead as shit, but... Oh, it planes too. What are you doing over there? So if he has removal spell plus a Thoughtseize, I'm gonna weep like a war widow. Alright, Preacher. So you're gonna lose a life and draw a card. I'm not gonna block. Nope. Yeah, not blocking. You are not gonna fool me. I know you're gonna kill my dude anyways, but... Huh? Nothing? A big load of nothing? Well, darn it. I think it's all coming together. I think we're gonna go Fires into Fable. And then I'm gonna just crack in for 5 because I'm not blocking this Preacher. I'll let you make your little lifelink bird or whatever vampire guy. And then we're gonna cast a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And then I'm not gonna sack anything this turn because if I can go 5th land into like, you know, something good, Keruga, draw a shitload of cards, then I don't see how we lose. Especially if they didn't have a removal spell, so I'm wondering what could they possibly have. I'm not going to sacrifice another enchantment. My opponent being in white is concerning because... Oh, what are you casting? The End. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So you 4 mana fucking 4 mana push. Or, yeah, whatever. That's fine with me. There's only one of those in the deck. You can see what I'm playing now, which is unfortunate, but I can live with that. No Thoughtseize, no Thoughtseize, or no hand hate here. I need to not discard any cards. What are you casting? 4 mana, Shelly. We will take that. is unfortunate that yep, Preacher's good. Can't draw a whole lot of cards with a Shelly out, but maybe we can draw some gas. That's not gas. Okay, so we're not gonna draw a Fable. I am just gonna draw a shitload of cards with Keruga. But 1, 2, 3. So I'll lose 6 life, go down to 6. But maybe we'll, with all of those cards, we'll draw something good. Yeah, it's about to hurt. Okay, perfect. So that hurt, but it's all right. So now we're gonna go, I think we sack, we're gonna take their Shelly, sack the Fable, go get our own Shelly. I like that plan. I like that deal. Should take that deal. Okay, get our treasure. Block it, coward. That's encroaching on the field. Yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna, oh, okay, he wins, or I win. He scooped it up. We love to see it. All right, so this is something quite similar to what we just played against, but I saw planes, I didn't see a white card, so I am curious as to what they're playing, but again, I think we just run it back. This sideboard is just so dedicated, because this deck just has, it's very polarizing. You just have fantastic matchups and you have terrible matchups, and there's not a whole lot in the in-between, and the sideboard is just for our terrible matchups. So when we find something like this, ideally should be a good matchup. And yeah, the difference maker there, we drew Fires of Invention. Hard for a fair mid-range deck to beat Fires of Invention when I'm just slinging haymakers every turn. But they're in white, which means they've got enchantment hate. And so this game too could prove to be difficult. Still got that Keruga. We did not change our deck whatsoever. Ouchies. This hand like would be keepable if they weren't playing discard, because they're just gonna take this Fable and then I'm fucked. This hand is not good. But I think I gotta keep it. I don't know if they really showed us anything that was worth. Yeah, I don't think Temp Lockdown's good here. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep it and put it. I want to hide Shelly from a discard effect. I'd like to either draw Shelly or go fetch it later on. Breeding pool. It's not really what we wanted to see. Like to get the domain online for this Leyline binding, but he's just playing Sunken Citadel. Stutzies. Yes, sir. What are you taking? Enigmatic has got to be. I got a whole lot of reactive cards, and he can eat through those eventually. Takes binding. All right. Sounds good. Oh boy, a red card when we have no red mana. Love to see it. I should have gone down to 5, but going down to 5 against the discard deck hurts a lot. Next turn, if we just don't draw anything relevant, I'll put Keruga to hand, call it good. Are you going to use field? Oh, no, you're not using field. Ashiok. Incredible ouchie. I forgot that this card was floating around the format. That does make this deck significantly worse, but look at that. Red card, no red mana. But we got a little bit of time. I mean, if they're spending their turn doing that, I don't need the Enigmatic, and I can also just kill that Ashiok later on. What matters, I just need them to not be clocking me. He can double field me right now, and that would be terrible for your boy. Yeah, he's fielding me. Yeah, takes away my white source, but I'm gonna go get another one. Yeah, we could just get fielded out of the game on this one. Oh, jeez. Yep. Take it, buddy. What do you want? I'm assuming fires. Bone Man. Alright. I guess he just wants to keep minusing Ashiok and not want it to die. I don't know. I mean, if I'm in his position, my graveyard just doesn't matter. Weathered Runestone. Okay. Alright, buddy. I get it. I get it. You don't want me to fetch cards off Enigmatic. I understand. You don't have to worry. I'm not going to. Missed our land drop. That sucks. But again, opponent's not clocking us. They've sided in all this hate and they're not doing anything. I anticipate now he's just gonna like windmill slam a Shelly or something. Or he's just gonna keep field of ruining me out of the game. Oh. He's taking a while. Preacher of the Schism is okay. I mean, you're just giving me something to use my Touch Spirit Realm on. Let's go. Fires have been mentioned. And then I'm gonna cast the Touch. I know that that's bait, and he's just gonna go. He's just gonna windmill slam a Shelly next turn, but Field of Ruin, yeah. Yeah, that's a Stone Rain, brother. Alright, well now I need a lot of help. I need to just draw a decent amount of lands here. Yep, Shelly. I knew it. The Preacher was bait, but go blank. All right, I'll just discard these useless cards. It's fine with me if you want to use your turn doing that. Another Field of Ruin. Yep, I'm down 2 lands. Yep. All right, buddy. You are better than me. Alright, but you still aren't getting my life total down. So, I mean, I still have lands that I can draw myself out of this. But he's got a lot of laptop decks. Shelly? Nope, Preacher. Oh yeah, opponent. We're getting back in there. Just need lands. Shelly, finally? The end. Okay. 4-mana removal spell on my goblin token. I'll take it. It's fine with me. I'm definitely making some questionable decisions here. But we're not going to complain about that. Alright, Papa needs land. Papa got a land. Alright, so we're going to discard, again, these useless cards. Bink, bink. Okay. Papa needs you to chill now, just slightly, on the lands. So, game plan here. So we'll cycle the Savai-Triome on my opponent's turn. Unless we see a Field of Ruin. If we see a Field of Ruin, then I'm just gonna hold it and just play it for turn. Because again, they're not clocking us too bad. They've got 3 cards in hand now. And they're about to draw a card too. I hate that if you're tied on life total, it does both. It's very corny, but... Now is it Shelly? Necromentia. Well, G. Willikers. What are you gonna name? Keruga the Macro Sage. Yeah, make a zombie. Would have liked to cast that Keruga. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're nowhere near a Tarka mana here, which sucks. It's gonna get there just off of the Field of Ruins, which is unfortunate. He drew just every sideboard card imaginable. I will double block this Preacher next turn if he lets me. But again, just grip full of cards. I know he's got removal. Bank Buster, that's not good. Fatal Push, show it to me. Casting another The End. So you're gonna go exile all my Fables? I don't even know if you can. I'm not sure if that's how the rules work. Come on, live spell off the top, please. Alright, I know I said I needed lands, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we can cast a Tarka next turn and sweep their board, but there's no way I don't get a discard spell thrown at me. Go Boink? Yep. That's an ouchie. Yeah, buddy. Good lord. This has just been a meat grinder. Yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts and discard spells and necromentias and everything. I mean, that's a spell, I guess. I do get to clean up their board pretty decently here, and they're just back down to a Preacher. I get rid of their Bankbuster, Runestone, and everything. I don't know why he didn't activate Bankbuster. cards. Bank Buster. Another Bank Buster. Well, I don't have any 10 blockdowns left in my deck, so. Yep. Thanks for the black mana opponent. Yeah. You got it, buddy. Shelly, there she is. The big girl has arrived. Yeah, you got me, buddy. Or, well, I guess I'm not dead yet. So you do that, I go down to 5, then 3, and I already got rid of a Tarka, so I don't think that there's a card. I don't think there's anything I can draw that gets me out of this. Yeah, that's not it. Alright, so opponent just dog walked me that game. I'm just gonna run it back with this. That was just, I mean, triple Field of Ruin, just to take me out of the game for like 5 turns was rough, and then once I got back in the game, I only drew lands. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of just chalked that one up to some pretty poor luck. My opponent dirtled for a while, but I mean, when you Stone Rain me 3 turns in a row, it's hard to lose. It's hard for them to lose at that point. The hand's terrible. This hand's also terrible, but I'm gonna just put back Kenrith. We have turn 2 Domain. Obviously no bindings to use it on, but maybe we'll draw one. Would love to get some better starting hands. So if we draw Binding, I will play the Breeding Pool, but if we don't, I'll play the Triome. Yeah, so just playing the Triome. And then now I'll get Thoughtseized, he'll take the Fable. Yep. All I ask is for my opponent to just not have it all once. That would be so cool, I think. Opponent, you shouldn't have to be tanking for more than about a half a second here. Hillion's not bad. I'm just gonna shock Keruga. I could play the Endatha Triome, but I mean, we have a decent amount of lands here, so what's it called? I don't mind just doing that, and then we have the Endatha to cycle later on if we want to. Let's see what else he does. Each player discards a card. I will discard a temporary lockdown. Yeah, we're gonna have to, we need help. We need a lot of help. This Lily's just gonna run away with the game pretty easily. Yeah, fucking A. Couldn't find shit in a sewer. I should probably tap those lands for white, shouldn't I? Play the Heliod. Get my Fable back. I just don't, I don't want Lily to ultimate, so if he minuses here, then I doubt he'll minus. I'm sure he's got a removal spell, but if he does, that does put us in a little bit better position. Alright, I'll take that. Got another Thoughtseize opponent. Weathered Runestone, okay. Getting to hit our land drops is huge. This goblin's not gonna live, but maybe I can draw something good. I think I will discard the Ketria Triumph. Okay. I think we just did. I think I'm just gonna ditch Rafine's Tower here. Agent of Treachery. That's not good. I'll cast Keruga and draw a card. He'll just make me stack it, but Jesus H. But if we don't get Thoughtseize next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he's gonna plus. If he, yeah. So if he makes me stack Keruga, I can. Yeah, if I can hold on to this agent, then Preacher's fine. So now I can cast this Agent of Treachery. It's amazing what hitting your land drops can do for you. So I'll cast this Agent. I don't know if I want Lily. Actually, I am going to take Lily. And then he has to kill Agent or Reflection this turn, or else... Or this coming turn, or else, what's it called? I'm going to just start taking all of his permanents. So let's see what he's got. I'm sure he's got a removal spell of some kind. You're going to swing at Lily, so I can't have it. He is going to get to draw a card, which sucks, but... Oh wait, I think he has to attack the player. Yeah, he has to attack the player to get the triggers, so that's good. Not blocking, I will gladly take... Oh wait, no, oh okay. Oh, okay, so it's attacks the player whenever while you have... Okay, cool, gotcha. What do you got, opponent? Tap out, play Shieldred, why don't you? That's a great play. You know, it's a 4/5 that punishes me for drawing cards. Could be holding up instant speed removal. Fuck your land destruction. We hit our land drops that time, and we got there. What a match. We're 2-0. Great start to the league so far. We've been playing just against mono black grind piles, so maybe we'll get out of that part of the bracket after this match. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Won the die roll again for match 3. Somebody's looking out for us. I have to keep it. I'm gonna pray for a third land and also pray they are a deck that crumbles to temp lockdown. If neither of those 3 things happen, we're screwed. But I'm gonna play a tap Sacred Foundry. This guy's probably thinking, oh, he's on Convoke and he doesn't have turn 1, you know, in the clear. Amalia. So this is a good temp lockdown matchup. That's huge. But now I just have to find the third land. That's not the third land. All right, come on, deck. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Getting in the 1 beats. Prosperous Innkeeper. Yeah, okay, so if we get the third land, we're firing it off 100%. Casting another dude, so no scout. Cool, 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 cool. Amalia Benavides Acquariel. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Now we just get to lose because I didn't find the third land. I can channel this touch. I can channel this touch if he starts to combo, and I can exile the Amalia. Or I can flicker the Amalia. Alright. Never have I ever needed anything more than a third land right now. Always yield to those sugars, because I'm going to have to see them shits way too much. Wild Growth Walker has revealed or entered the revealed card zone, so they combo, they win next turn if I don't draw a land here. Land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. That's part of the game, I guess. Alright, so we're going to bring in a third Temp Lockdown, 2 Radiant Flames, and a Quakebringer. So we brought in 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I think we ditch. Agent is bad. Bone Man's okay. I guess I can keep a Bone Man. I'll trim a Fires. Enigmatic. I'll trim 1 Bone Man. Alright, we got screwed that one. I go back, I'm keeping that hand again. Especially if I know it's against Amalia, because if we had a couple turns there to draw the third land, if we find it, I think we just win that game. Unless they just like untap Bow Seiju Wild Growth Walker, then yeah, tough. But he didn't have very many cards in hand, so we need to curve out, and we need them to just not have the, you know, a good hand. Alright, I can keep this one. I don't love it, but it absolutely plays the game, so I'll go in Dotha into Savai probably, and then can turn 3 Radiant Flames. do have double white also with Indatha and Savai and Glacial Fortress if we draw the temp block down too. So this hand's solid. I have the Quakebringer in hand, which is unfortunate, but we have 4 lands in hand, so I mean we could just go like maybe we could turn 5 it if we find another land. No, turn 1 plays pretty big. Cool, so we'll just play the Savai Triumph, and with this breeding pool that gets our domain online too. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so problem here is his next turn he's got 4 mana. I don't have a way. I'm just gonna play the Fable. If he untaps and goes Wild Growth Walker Amalia, tough shit, I lose. But I don't want a Radiant Flames to kill 1 creature. That's a huge bummer. And I can Quakebringer next turn if he doesn't have it. But with 5 cards in hand, I'm willing to bet, yeah, Wild Growth Walker. No. He's got it, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't? Sweet, alright. May discard 2 cards if you do. Alright, so I do want to ditch something. So I think I'm just gonna ditch the breeding pool. Another Triumph. Combat, swing and get my treasure. Yep. Forgot Quakebringer has Foretell. I honestly could have foretold it and casted this for cheaper, but it doesn't matter. Alright, opponent, do you have a way to deal with it? Fauna Shaman. Can't gain life. Sweet. Alright. So I think I want to... So I can go Incarnation, sack, go get a 4-drop. 4-drop gets me... So I can have 6 mana this turn. That doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, I think we throw down the Savai Triumph. If only I had a 4-mana enchantment to sack. Let's see. Just not even going to attack. There's just no point. Okay, sweet. So they scoop it up. They've had enough. Alright, so on the draw, I think I want to bring back in a Bowman. Or Boneman, not Bowman. So taking out... I think I will just ditch... I think Tulsamir may just be the move. It's like the most sorcery speed removal you could possibly have, in that it's only happening on my instepper. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't... that could be wrong. That could be wrong. And it's just another body, and it... these creatures that I take out... And I mean, Yeah, it's a 5-drop. I'm never going to Enigmatic for it. I'm only ever going to go get Quickbringer, provided I don't draw it. Alright, on the draw game 3. Keruga is still here. My hippo dog. So Zagoth. Alright, so we have... Again, we have the Quakebringer in hand, which sucks. And we are rocking another 2-lander, but we have turn 2 domain. Like, turn 2 binding. And then if we find the 3rd land, again, we just have to keep these. If we get punished, we get punished. Need them to not have a Thoughtseize. If they do, we're probably dead in the water. But we're on the draw. We have time to draw a lot of lands. We need a lot. I'm gonna keep it. He mulls to 5, so that's huge. Huge, huge, huge. It is a pretty resilient combo deck, so he absolutely could still just pop off of 5 cards, but the chances go down. How much does the Foretell cost on this? 2, and then Foretell it. It costs 4 mana, so I can get that down a little bit sooner. No turn 1 play. Okay, that's not a land. Prosperous Innkeeper, sir. Nice. Okay. All right. So that is 3rd land. I kind of would like to keep up binding this turn. So again, it comes down to we can beat it, so I just think we have to play around it. I'm gonna shock in. It sucks because we're throwing off our curve pretty hard, but if he has it, we need to have an answer. Fauna Shaman. Okay. Play a Ketria Triumph. Alright, so now I think we're just playing defense. They don't have a real clock on us. If they want to use their Fauna Shaman, that's just 2 less damage they're throwing at me. We still need some more lands. Yep. No attacks. Okay. So that signal, I'm feeling a Coco on my turn. Okay, we got the land. That's huge. We still only have 1 white source, which sucks because that just means we don't get to. We only have 1 white source. Oh no, we do have 2 red sources though. So I can play Fable, hold up binding. So I think we shock down to 15. Yeah, we go Fable, hold up binding. So I've got, yeah, I have red, white, black, green, blue. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I have domain. I want to make sure I wasn't crazy and just thinking I had domain this whole time when I didn't. Collected company? Oh no, Court of Calling. Okay, that's fine. You got 1 card in hand, you got Amalia, so if you got the Wild Growth Walker, then... Okay, so now the question becomes, because if they have Boseiju, I am screwed. They just get to win. Or if they just have any sort of enchantment hate. So I think we just let them combo off here. I will outgrind you, brother. Because if we wait till combat, Wait till he swings, and then because then he can't. If I do it in combat, he would have to Boseiju. Heals Lunar Veteran, so he just keeps putting stuff in the trash. So if he has the Boseiju, he kills it in instant speed, but this does play around Haywire Might. Beginning of combat, I will cast a Leyline Binding. 3 life. All right, so we have a little bit of a hill to climb, but we are still alive. Oh, he's got it. Yeah, that sucks. You can pay 50 life, dome me for 50. So I was dead to everything. Yeah, you got an opponent. That sucks. I mean, we did what we could. It's Amalia. I don't want to be a whiny baby, but I just don't like that deck. I thought that they were gonna ban it. It's not so much that it's overpowered. It's just very resilient. And you just can't play like a traditional aggro deck against it. Like you can play Heroic. Heroic's got a decent matchup into it. It's so fast and it can flip the combo in a way that draws the game. So there's not really like any fucking point in it. But yeah, they just every time I play against Amalia, it feels like they always have it. And maybe I could have played a binding on that. Maybe the right play was binding the. No, because he had the Court of Calling. So yeah, I mean, not much you could do. I played around Haywire Might. I wasn't ready for Aetherflux Reservoir. So, what can you do? Won the die roll again. Let's see if we can't get the 4-1, or we're just gonna be. We may just be in the Amalia control bracket now. Instant roll again. God, the hands we are getting today are just so crazy. I'm gonna put back Tolsimir. Alright, a little bit of Thoughtseize proofing, but we're not gonna be making anything happen anytime soon. Thoughtseize, take an Enigmatic. I got 2 of them. Give you another good Thoughtseize target opponent. So I wonder if my opponent's on that Rakdos Transmograph. Oh, okay, he just won. Oh, okay, he missed his land drops. So I'm just gonna run it back. It seems to be, it's either Rakdos Transmogrify or it's just gonna be like a Rakdos mid-range deck, I would have to assume. We will find out this game, I bet. So, getting to be up a free game. Opponent kept a risky hand and it didn't pay off. It happens. I'm just not going to keep another... Oh, wait, that was a 3-lander, so I just missed that. I'm stupid. But this hand, honestly, is better. I'll put back Agent. This hand is great. We have turn 2 domain, but we have some reactionary cards, and we have Fable. I'm sure this Fable's gonna get taken. Haunted, turn 1 tapped Haunted Ridge again. Go Savai Triumph, pass the turn. Blood Crypt, what are you doing? Okay, so it is the Rakdos Transmogrify deck. And then when this is solved, 2 mana, you can sack it. Okay, that's, yeah, I really like that card. I know I said it yesterday too, but that card's sweet. So I could shock to hold up, I don't think there's any reason, just because, what's it called? He can't Transmogrify next turn, so I can play the tapped land, and then I cannot temp Lockdown this turn, but, or next turn, unless I draw an untapped white source. He shocks, swings in, but I do have Stomp. So if he doesn't play like Record or Bankbuster, man, he's got... Okay, so I really need an untapped white source here. And there's not very many of those in the deck. Okay, binding totally works too. That's sweet. Okay, so we have domain, so what I'm gonna do... I'll shock in this breeding pool, and then I am going to go ahead and... It ramps my opponent, which sucks, but I am going to Boseiju this Fable. I don't want him drawing more cards. He's playing a combo deck, and so just letting him filter away his bad cards is a tough one. This sadly does let him next turn, he can Thoughtseize into Transmogrify, so that could just have been the wrong play, but I'm willing to risk it. If he's got it all, he's got it all. What can you do? Yes, sir. Treasure. I guess he could do it anyways with this goblin. That's fine. Oh, okay. Obnixilis. Very cool. That's really bad for us, but... we don't have a great way of dealing with it. I'll discard a Bone Man just because what's it called? He can Transmogrify his treasures now. Oh, and his Bankbuster, so okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, so fires. He can still get his Atraxa. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go fires into Temp Lockdown. Gets rid of all of his targets. If he can obviously make more. He's got, because he's got Obnixilis, he can just minus and make a dude. But provided we don't get Thoughtseized, we'll just have the binding for the Atraxa. They get a refilled hand, but it's still a ball game. So yeah, he's just got some Obnixilis left. I'm not discarding any of these cards. I will happily take the damage. I just need to not have a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'll lose 2 life. I don't care. So now he's gonna Thoughtseize me as a sick joke. Oh, Fable. All right. Okay, so he rebuilt fast. Maybe just ramping him this game wasn't the move. Alright, so we got Spytron 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first I'm gonna go put Keruga to hand. cast Keruga. Oh, I gotta play my land because I'm down. Alright. I'll cast this with fires. If I can draw an Enigmatic, then I can sack the fires. That way I can hold up binding on their turn. That sucks. Alrighty. Okay, so with that being said, I think we just cast the Fable. Cast the Fable. If they transmog next turn, we'll live. We will discard cards this time. I'm happy to get rid of Bone Man and Leyline Binding, or Bone Man and Fires. I can deal with that. He's gonna get some redraws here, so we may be getting to see an Atraxa, and that'll be a tough one. But so he just ditches a land. He kept the other card, so we liked what he saw. Yeah, I'll discard a Bone Man. Discard Fires Invention. Yeah. That will do it. I don't know why he didn't do that first. He'd have gotten more life out of me, but whatever. Yeah, he's probably getting this one pretty easily. This Ob Nixilis was a real killer. And opponent's just drawn really well this game. Yeah, I'll block your Goblin. Take 2, go down to 4. Okay, that's actually big. I'm gonna not discard anything. And now I can gain a shitload of life. So that's pretty sweet. Oh, and I can cast with Fires of Invention. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have the mana to bring back Keruga, but then I don't have the mana to... I think we bring back Keruga. Why don't I be a little freak? Because I'm going to draw a bunch of cards. And then, opponent said, top deck of the century. He's not lying. That was the top deck of the century. I can't disagree with him there. So we bring back Keruga. Draw a shitload of cards. Sadly, he does still have... He does still have these obs, and those are a freaking problem, but... I'll cast this Templock down. It's not getting any better. I'm at 4. I'm not going to play any cards because the top deck Thoughtseize, and I'm in trouble. Alright, I need you to just miss for 1 turn, opponent. Miss for 1 turn. Because then, and don't kill my Kenrith, because I'm going to start gaining a lot of life. That could have just been a huge misplay. I think the safe route is just gaining a bunch of life. I mean, I'm only gaining 5, and I'm just not helping my board state. So, I'll discard... Yeah, okay, so so he's gonna gain life now? Or he's gonna do this to gain life? Okay. Okay, so he creates Devils. So what's he... I have a feeling I'm about to get mollywopped. He minus the... Oh, okay. Opponent said GG's. Wow, okay, we got there. Alright, that Kenrith was massive, and I'm glad we went for the high upside route. All right, so we're 3-1. Let's I'll see you guys in match 5. Let's see if we can't get the 4-1. We finally lost a die roll in match 5. That's okay. I have a guest joining me this time. So let's see if she can't bring us good luck. So this doesn't have domain. Very good domain for the Leyline Binding, but it's not the worst hand I've ever seen, so I'm going to keep it. Oh, and we're playing against Yorion, so this could be the Enigmatic Mirror. Or it could be that Taxus list or whatever somebody was playing. Okay, sweet. So that helps ever so slightly with the domain. Oh, okay. I have no idea what we're playing. Okay, yeah, so it's 5-color Enigmatic. This is just the Yorion version. So it's, hey, round 5. Keruga versus Yorion. Let's see who can take it. Alrighty, I'll go ahead and just play the tapped Foundry. Pass the turn. Oh, this also could be, this might be, Niv to Light. If this is Niv to Light, we're cooked. We're so fucked. Unmoored Ego, taken, yeah, so this is Niv to Light. That sucks. Yeah, he takes Enigmatic. That's fine. We're gonna lose. This is the worst matchup I think this deck can have outside of maybe Lotus Field. This shit is so horrendous. My buddy plays this deck, or plays the Niv to Light, and through God knows how many matches just playing on the kitchen table, he straight spanks me, like, just aggressively. And so, yeah. What can you do? I have a 3-mana binding I can hold up. Especially with them taking our Enigmatic on turn 3. Carried. I don't see many ways out of this one, but why don't you play something I can cast a binding on opponent? Oh, Yorion to hand? Okay, so then I'll just hold up the binding then. I'll play land, and then I'll go Fire's Fable. Can't hold up the binding, but go Fire's Fable, but I can draw some cards. Kind of sweat their removal a little bit. They have 4 cards in hand, one of them being Yorion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have up to 7 mana next turn. We're probably, the game's probably getting decided here, just depending on what he does. What are you binding? Take my Fable or my Fires? Oh, my Goblin. Okay, that's okay. Oh yeah, because he can just Yorion that back. I'm gonna discard some of these Bone Mans because they're not doing anything. Cast a Temple Lock down, sweat their mana a little bit, like get rid of their Sylvan Caryatids. And then place Triome. I'll put Keruga to hand, and then I'll cast the Keruga and draw 3 cards. Like, yeah, alright. We're not doing nothing, but we are going to have a hard time beating this deck. He can play Yorion and then go grab something, or take away something with a binding, but let's see what he does. Bring to Light. Fuck. Does he just get Niv? If he gets Niv, he refills his hand. I don't see a universe in which we can fight through that. And what sucks is we can't sack this Fires, and so we have no way to deal with, we can't instant speed take anything. Oh, takes Valky, gets Tibbled. Alright, well, we have a Bone Man to deal with it, so that's good. Oh! Ooh, wee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we can't cast him yet. That sucks so bad. This was the turn we had time. We're not going to get to cast him again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so what we're going to do... Oh, man, that sucks. We need 1 more land to get it. So what I'm going to do is play... They have 2 cards in hand. One of them is Yorion. Do I try to play around? I don't think it's worth it because I would have to draw a land to be able to do it. Because my thought process is I could binding Tybalt. Next turn he just plays his he plays Yorion, bounces his leyline, takes my leyline, gets his Tybalt back, and then I untap, play a land, take his Tybalt, and then he's up shit creek. But I think that it's just a little too risky. And then unironically need another fucking... I'm just gonna cast the Bone Man with fires. Yeah, no sense in like committing any important resources. I'll just... I mean, this is not nothing. If he lets me untap with this, then I got 8 damage coming his way. Deafening Clarion. Okay, that sucks, but we'll live. See, if I played Tolsimir there, then we were kind of screwed. So, 1 card in hand, and it's a Yorion. Another fires is not really what we needed. So, I'm glad I didn't do the other play. I'm gonna cast Tolsimir. Game 3. Sweet, so we still just got Yorion. And he's finally gonna cast it. Oh, wait. Oh, he's casting my Keruga. That sucks. Well, he only draws 1 card. Plus side of this is if I can binding and take it, and then if he wants to blow up my binding, then how dare you draw cards off of my hippo? It's my hippo. Heliod. Oh yeah, I can go get another Fable. Yep. Give me my Fable back. That's mine, and I can ditch some of these useless Fires of Inventions I got in my hand. I'm not sure why my opponent went and got Tybalt. Like, Tybalt's good, but if he just goes and gets, what's it called? If he goes and gets Niv Mizzet, it's a wrap. I can't. He's going to refill his hand, and I can't really beat that. Vanishing verse the Heliod. That's fine. I'm glad he used it on the Heliod instead of the, what's it called? Yeah, I'm glad he used it on that instead of the Agent of Treachery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I mean, once I find another... Okay, Omnath. So now he's got Omnath, but no land. Well, he could draw a land here. Let's see. Can gain. So if he has land, he can go land, crack the Fabled Passage. Okay, command, deal 2. And then he's returning Valky to his hand. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so we can cast Agent this turn. I'm gonna ditch fires. Alright, so... He has so he has Yorion and Valky in hand. Okay, so I think holding up I can Agent. Yeah, okay. So we're doing that. I'm gonna cast Agent of Treachery, take his Omnath, and then I'll hold up, touch the Spirit Realm activation, for when he casts his Valky and tries to take my my Agent of Treachery. That's, yeah, I think that's definitely the move. So give me your Omnath. And then I'll just cast another Fable, and I'm gonna just keep pushing advantage, big dog. And then Fable does flip next turn. Won't be able to copy Agent then, but alright, turn off auto yields because I need to be able to flicker this Agent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 8. So he's gonna have 8 mana. He's got 2 cards in hand. One of them's Yorion, one's Tybalt. Sorry if you guys can't read the cards very well. I can't figure out how to make this area right here, just like my hand, bigger so you can read the cards. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. Tybalt, okay. You get another emblem opponent. And then now we go Bink. Yep, sweet. All right, I cannot believe we managed to take that game. So we are gonna go bring in the Mystical Disputes. I think I'll take 4 on the draw, and then we'll take some Thought Distortions on the draw. I don't love these. I'll get rid of Tulsamir. I think we need fires. We just have to overwhelm them. Atarka is not really going to do much. And yeah, I feel like I'll be going to get Agent of Treachery like 90% of the time. Cut a Bone Man. Cut a Temp Lockdown. Cut an Enigmatic because he's probably... Yeah, I'll cut 2 Enigmatics because he's gonna fire off the Unmoored Egos as fast as he can, I'm sure, like he did game 1. I still think that was the right play. Taking my Enigmatics on that turn 3 was huge. He would have won that game if he had just gotten Niv. If he had just Spring Delighted for Niv, that game was a freaking wrap. It would have been so hilariously over. This hand's bad, but I am going to keep it. Playing and dot the man, I complain. All right, I'm not going to complain about not drawing Fires of Invention again, like I did in round 1. I just keep getting them. But up the Beanstalk, we don't love to see that. That's just going to keep filling their hand up. Kenrith, not good. Alright, so all my lands coming untapped. I'm gonna hold up this. I'm just gonna hold up this Mystical Dispute. I'm countering probably just an Unmoored Ego or a Bring to Light. We do like that my opponent's just not really doing anything. I have a lot of lands, so I think I'll play the Sun Petal Grove and then hold up the Ketria. Although, that probably was... I should have played the Ketria because that gets me closer to Domain. Yeah, that would have given me Island Mountain. So, I mean, it's... What can you do? But, we've already done it, so we may as well get the value out of it instead of... Ooh, second Dispute's pretty good. I don't have a second... and then there's the Binding. I don't have a second blue source, which sucks. Let's see... That was my second blue source, so yeah, we got punished pretty hard there. I am not going to play a Fires into an obvious counterspell, especially since I don't really have another... Yeah, so I'm going to just telegraph the shit out of this counterspell, but I'm going to shock in so I can put Keruga to hand. I should have played the Plane so it wasn't as much of a telegraph. Got to discard down to hand size. I'll discard a Fires of Invention. Maybe shouldn't have put Keruga to hand then. Alright, so he's got 5 mana, so I think he's probably just got a grip full of counterspells. play a Fable. If he wants to counter it, I'll deal with it. Oh, no counter on the Fable. So he's probably going to kill it. One thing I've learned about playing against Niftalite is it seems like they just always have it. They always have something. Notion Thief. That's fine. I think that's bait. I'm not going to counter that. And honestly, I don't even need to discard the Fable. I'm relatively happy with my hand. Vanishing Verse, that's fine. You want to crack in for 3 opponent? I'll live. What does he have? I mean, he's got to just be playing around a Mystical Dispute. Oh yeah, no, I can't turn that down. Not gonna discard any cards to Fable. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Fires of Invention. You want to counter that opponent? Can't be countered. Well, you made my decision easy for me. Nahiri, that's pretty good. Gonna exile my enchantment. That's honestly fine. Yeah, I didn't really get any value out of it, but what can you do? Alright, so I think I throw down Mommy here. They just have a lot of good ETB effects, and yeah, being able to shut off their Nivs, their Bindings, their Yorion, all that, all pretty huge. And I can counter bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So okay, so he. So you gotta cast Fable. That's fine. I think I want to try to Binding this Nahiri next turn. So let's see, it costs 1, 2, 3, so it costs 2 mana. I'll go ahead and cast a Binding. Take Nahiri. I'll take Notion Thief as well. Yeah, and then I think we just cast another Binding, and I'll take their... I'm gonna take their Fable and their Goblin Shaman. This game is going so well. I've drawn really hot, and my opponent has not drawn amazingly. Finally bring to light. Bring to light. Alright, I'm gonna cast a Mystical Dispute opponent. Do you have a counter spell? No, he does not. So we drew 1 card. Another Beanstalk. I can totally live with that. I'm gonna draw a lot of cards this turn. Cast a Keruga the Macro Sage and draw 6 cards opponent. Yo! We're big balling. Okay, so nothing to help with Domain. I didn't. Not that I have a Binding anyways. No untap red source to hold up Bone Man. I think I'm just gonna play this Glacial Fortress, swinging for 4, and then I can hold up an activated touch if they want to kill something, or if anything. This says turn to the battlefield under its at the beginning of the next end step. So if anything, if they just untap, do nothing, I'll discard some Puddle Grove. I could, let's see, Sland. Another Bring Delay? Okay, so that sucks. But I do have another Dispute. And he can pay it, but he's not casting. He's not really casting anything else this turn. He's got to find untapped land. So he's going to cast the... I should have just held it. Should have held the counter spell, because he's just going to go get the board wipe. Sunfall, yeah. Alright, buddy. That hurts. Alright. He's only getting 2 dudes out of it. I should have... That was a punt by me. I should have disputed. I should have just, Leyline Binding, a Leyline Binding. Yeah, that sucks. Well, this is my opponent's... so I can Otawara his binding. I need something to... Yeah. Alright, so I need some help here. Wow. Fucking Christ. Okay. So yeah, I got punished so hard, and now he is skull fucking me. Yeah, no, that was such a punt. I should have, I don't have double black for Thought Distortion. I don't have a binding for his binding. Where's his Nahiri? Stomp Nahiri. Touch there. I could have played Fable, but I mistapped my lands. So I'm just gonna do that. Pass the turn. I can't believe I threw this game away. This was my game to win, and I completely punted. Yeah, I absolutely should not have lost this game, and I'm going to. Opponent's got 6 cards in hand. 5 now for the land. Nahiri, I'm just gonna scoop it up. You got it, opponent. Man, that sucks so bad. That was just 100% my game to win. I was in full control, and because I tried to Mystical Dispute, I figured I wouldn't really have the mana to cast much more spells this turn, but that was just dumb. I should have held up touch activation for a board wipe. Save my Elish Norn. He gets to binding everything back and take all my shit. What's it called? But then I can untap Otawara his Leyline, get my Leyline back, take 2 things from him, because I would have my Elish Norn back. And then he can't binding back. So that was just a crazy punt. This hand's bad, but I'm gonna keep it. I don't want to go down cards. I'll play Savai Triome. Another Thought Distortion. We don't really want to see that. We have double black source to cast it, but we're not casting it for a long time. But if they just sit there and sandbag cards in the early game and they let me get to 6 mana. Okay, sweet. So that's a good draw. I'll take that. probably just gonna put Keruga to hand this turn, but this works too. Another beans. Honestly, I think keeping the temp lockdowns out was a mistake. I don't think I want a. Do I want to reveal it? I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna take it. I'll crack in for one with my goblin. Shock in the breeding pool, and then I'll put Keruga to hand. Just as a, I don't know, not necessarily a bluff, but just, I don't know, maybe give them a false sense of security. Okay, we got another beanstalk, which is unfortunate given the amount of cards that, like, even if I do Thought Distortion, the amount of cards they're just gonna redraw. It's kind of crazy. So we're getting their entire hand. That's huge. Opponent said LOL in chat. So they now go down to 0 cards in hand. And then I'm gonna shock in this Sacred Foundry. That was huge. That's unbelievable. Oh. So they play a land, and so he puts Yorion to hand. He will be able to draw a whole lot of cards next turn. If he goes land Yorion, he can what's it called? Although Yorion is blue, right? Yeah, she's blue, so I do have Mystical Dispute for that, so that's pretty sweet too. 2, 3. So I know I could copy and make another treasure and have the mana. I just don't think it's gonna matter that much. Cast Keruga. I'm only drawing 1 card, but I have Binding up. Touch the Spirit Realm is pretty sweet too. Alright, so if he draws land, he can Yorion here, and then he's going to draw a whole bunch of cards. So he does cast the Yorion. Draws 3 cards, and then he can flicker all of them. But little does he know. See, that's why we don't discard the second Thought Distortion. There we go. I'm sure the second Thought Distortion is not going to be nearly as good as the first. I should have countered the Yorion now that I mention it, but he drew all the cards anyways. I'll cast a Binding on the old Yorion, and then he's dead. We got the 4-1, baby. Let's go. And against probably one of the worst matchups. That's crazy surprising. That felt really good. That Thought Distortion hitting all 7 cards. Dude discarded down to hand size and then discarded down to fucking nothing. So we love to see that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for decks that you would want me to play or try out, I'm just kind of playing whatever's fun. But if anybody has any input or wants me to try something out, I'm more than happy to try. And I'll play Modern or Pioneer, mainly focused on Pioneer right now. Just because that's the RC season coming up at the start of April. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. I don't know. But yeah, thanks guys.